What's going on, YouTube? It says here the place to be. Chill Train, Mr. Andy, back to give you guys a Smackdown review for July 7th, 2023. And also joining me is the man, the myth, the reality, revolutionary, and Bloodline member, Freshman Flo.
What's good? What's good? We here.
What's going on with your fucking family, bro?
I don't know, man. It's falling apart. I'm losing control. Heyman ain't doing shit. Like I don't know what's going on.
What you mean Heyman ain't doing shit? He out there carrying 3 belts.
Heyman he's a belt holder. That's it.
Man, Heyman's shoulders.
The wise man has not been so wise to my family. All right.
Man, look, Heyman got Greek god shoulders out there holding 3 belts. I bet he got to be tired.
He do have to be tired. I know them
man,
things.
Man, them authentic belts, them Jones got to be close to like, you know, 5 to 10 pounds.
Heavy, so I know them Jones heavy.
Exactly. Like, please. He got to hold 3 of them. Man, why am I even hold these 2? I'll damn near quit because of that. But we back for the Smackdown review. I know I haven't been doing the weekly show reviews often. I've been still thinking about changing them to short, so I'm still trying to work on that. But right now, it's Tribal Court. We had to talk about this. And I wanted to talk about it, and because something crazy happened at Money in the Bank, and Roman got pinned. Roman got pinned by Jey Uso to further set up their match coming up, and we had to hear from him tonight. So I was like, okay, definitely got to check out SmackDown and give my thoughts, because that's how the Bloodline, the show opened with the Bloodline, the show closed with the Bloodline. Mm-hmm. And of course, SmackDown, we was in Madison Square Garden. So, good old New York, the Mecca. Okay. However, when it comes to Madison Square Garden, this is maybe an unpopular opinion, but this is just for me. I missed the little walkway in Madison Square Garden.
A lot of people were saying that.
Yeah, like I missed it because that's how I knew where I was at, and it had a uniqueness to it. And I was like, why did they ever close off that walkway? I don't know why they closed it off, because just a little simple walkway, especially when because now I am very humble to Madison Square Garden, but now Madison Square Garden just feels like every other arena they go to now. Same setup. I mean, yeah, it's New York, something like that, but it's the same setup and shit. I'm like, man, go to Madison Square Garden, have that little entrance ramp where they come out at the simple entrance and go in there and shoot the arcade from there. I would just love that. And it just gave the show a special feel to it. And that's why when you go back into history and see all these other Madison Square Garden shows, you see the special history of it. But either here or there, it's time for the Tribal Court. And Usos come down first. They come to the ring, and the fans hype for the Usos. Usos is now in your city. Jerry mentions that everybody, they kept saying that nobody can beat Roman Reigns. Well, guess what? Roman got beat. Paul Heyman comes out, him and his voice with Solo. The fans are chanting, "You suck" to Heyman, and then but Heyman laughs, and then he says, "Look, you can't tell me when to stop talking. Only one person can tell me to stop talking." Solo grabs the microphone, and it tosses out the ring.
Clever.
Huh?
Which I thought was clever.
Yeah, tosses out the ring. Fans chant Solo. They are really landing on thick and teasing this Roman Reigns going to get attacked by Solo. Don't know when it's going to happen.
I don't know when it's going to happen.
But it's coming.
I think, because here's my thing. I feel like Roman doesn't necessarily, at some point, he's not going to need the belt to continue this story.
Or I have a theory.
As soon as, my fault, I'm all squeaking my headphones. Because at some point, it's going to be beyond the belt, and it's just like, what's going on? So I really feel like Solo's gonna be the reason he loses his belt. I don't think Solo's gonna dethrone him, but he's gonna be the reason he loses that belt.
I have a theory, but I'll save it to when we get to the end of it.
Save it to
yeah. So the thing is, Roman comes out, his music hits. Then when he come back from commercial, Solo standing in the corner, Roman has a microphone in his hands. The fans chant, "You got pinned," and then. But he wants Madison Square Garden to acknowledge him. He said, "You right, got pinned."
And they do it.
I'm
like, once I seen that, I'm like, oh, this court ain't gonna go the way we think it's about to go.
Yeah. So, the fans are chanting. The Tribal Chief Roman says, "Hey, look, Usos, fans are chanting for you, Jimmy, the Tribal Chief, but Jay, you ain't the Tribal Chief yet." Oh, he ain't tribal chief either yet. But he
Mhm.
says, if the tribal chief didn't call for a tribal court, then this isn't official. And he said, why you waste your time? Who has authority? Come out here and put him on trial. Usos ain't trying to hear none of that. You ain't going to manipulate us. He said, we got receipts, all right? They go and they play the receipts. Like, take out Exhibit A, where Roman is telling Jimmy to apologize a few weeks ago. We also see Roman when he gave, I believe it was Paul Heyman, another Superman punch. And Roman telling Solo that he answers to him, behind the scenes and everything like that. And so, back in the ring, the fans like, oh, you fucked up, Roman.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
bro, they was doing they kept muting my TV. I'm like, bro,
yeah,
this
they
is
did
nuts.
because the fans is going
They
crazy.
just kept cussing. I'm like, yo, y'all have to stop. Y'all ruining it for the TV watchers.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, y'all not getting me uncovered. They're not going to do that on Peacock, but still. Roman says, but look, y'all, that's not who I am. That's who I was forced to be. He said, if he, do you think I want to lower myself and to do all of that? He said, he tells, Jay and Jimmy, like, this is something that I had to do for us, for the family, to be the tribal chief. I had to do these kind of things. The fans chanting BS, okay? And that's when they was really muting the TV. Mm-hmm. And then, he said, how could it be? He's a WrestleMania main event long before the Bloodline. He said, when Roman said he don't need the Bloodline, but the Bloodline needed him. He put himself in a situation that he shouldn't have not been there for him, the elders, the family. You getting the daughter footage of the worst moments. His daughters are in the back watching, and they don't understand who he is because of them. Look, he takes the weight of the family and lifts them all up. He has 5 children in the household, and don't take my kids away from me too. He said, I don't need this life. I don't need this. So, he doesn't need the money. He doesn't need the power. He doesn't want it. Doesn't need it. He looks at Jay and says, I'm done. So, he takes off the tribal leather he's wearing. He takes it off, and he puts it on Jay. Fans eating this up.
I was eating this up. I'm like, yo, wait. I'm like, are we for real?
He puts it around Jay's neck. And then I was like, oh, man, what's going on? Then he takes off the Undisputed Championship. And I was like, yo, he about to get this man a championship.
I knew he wasn't doing that.
Yeah. And now once the championship came out, I was like, okay, he ain't doing that. But I was just like, then he gets out of knee. Then he starts pouring out the tears and shit. And begins to cry.
Denzel would have been proud of that tear.
You said what?
I said Denzel would have been proud of that tear.
Oh, you damn Skippy. Jay puts his arm around Roman, and then I was like, it's coming, because I see it coming. Even me and my son was watching, like, I see it coming. Roman goes for the low blow on Jay. Jay messed up again. And as he does that, Jimmy like, yo, screw this, and goes back to fighting Roman. But then Solo comes in and starts attacking Jimmy. So now the onslaught goes as he gets Jimmy and Samoa Spike. And then Solo picks up like the red necklace now. He's just staring at it. And then Roman's just like, okay, get that back to me. And he gives it back slowly, but he's still Iron Roman. But then they go back and attacking Jimmy. And then they take the steel steps and just start smashing Jimmy over and over with it again. They tie Jay up to the bottom rope so he can watch this. Then they give him like another Samoan Spike, put him across the announce table, and then give him a splash on the announce table. And then that's when Jimmy tries to break free, and then he goes tries to attack some more, but he's still outnumbered by Solo and Roman. And after they beat up Jimmy, Roman stands holding the Universal Championship, and that's how the opening segment goes. That lasted for 35 minutes. That was
40.
40. That was a long opening segment. So here's
they were supposed to do 20.
They went over. Did I enjoy the segment? I did enjoy the segment. I did think that the beatdown went a little bit too long. I felt like sometimes when a beatdown is really good, but then when it gets way too long to the point it starts taking away from the ass whooping.
Yeah.
And that's just me. I understand that. But I was like, this thing is going on a little. I'm like, okay, steel steps fine, small spike, yeah, special table, cool, and be over. This kept going on and on with certain things. I was like, honestly, y'all really want to milk this injury, but Pillmanize the ankle or something like that. You ain't got to go through all this shit, and I just felt this stuff was Madison Square Garden eating up, yeah. But I was like, that was a very long opening segment that I enjoyed. But your thoughts on it?
I thought it was good. So like the crowd made it cool, being so poppy and hype. But like, bro, it was like, yo, this trial, like Roman was still over. I'm like, yo, this trial ain't about to go the way my boys think it's about to go.
Yeah.
Solo teasing with the holding the leg. I'm thinking like, oh, is he about to do it? He ain't do it yet. They're making us wait. It's all right. I'll wait.
Yeah.
They could have cut some of the time down, got rid of some of the fat, but I'm not gonna. They definitely not losing points on this.
No.
They wrote Jimmy out. They wrote Jimmy out. So they setting up SummerSlam. We good.
So in the back, they see Jimmy getting low into the stretcher as we go into our first match. Austin Theory taking on Sheamus for the United States Championship. The fall from grace that is Austin Theory, and I was like,
everybody is in agreement with you.
Yeah, I was like, what a waste for WrestleMania having him be seen. I was like, okay, so y'all, it's confusing to see who is in control what night, because I know Vince was high on Theory, and I don't think Triple H is as high on Theory as Vince is. And it's like, y'all gave him the match with Cena and did nothing with him.
But I don't get it, man.
They did nothing with Theory after, and like this match was pretty good. Sheamus is going to give you a pretty good championship matchup. Butcher Ridge Holland ran down because Pretty Deadly came out, and was the guy on the apron. Sheamus hit him with a broke kick, but then Theory rolls Sheamus up and grabs the tights and gets the pin. So Theory is still United States champion.
Nobody cared.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. It was a good match, but nobody really cares anymore. I'll tell you who should win United States Championship though. Who do you think I want to say?
Are you about to say LA Knight?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I really think that he's over. Like over.
Did you see the shit they cut off? I mean, did you see his segment that they got his segment on
oh yeah,
YouTube.
You talk when he beat up Hit Row?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
came out New York, fresh butters.
Yeah. I'm about to say
I was hoping he hit a year.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he didn't. I was hoping I was hoping he'd do it.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That would have been fire.
We had the later. Wait, was that? Oh yeah, we had the Grayson Waller effect with Edge. So,
I don't know exactly what they doing with him, but they see something in Grayson Waller.
So, have you watched Grayson Waller in NXT?
No.
Okay, Grayson Waller is actually pretty good. Grayson Waller got injured. Like, I think he broke part of his leg when he had his match with Carmelo Hayes as he was being gone off NXT. That's why he hasn't been wrestling. He's been doing the Grayson Waller effect. I think he finally got cleared. That's why he had that match tonight. And Grayson Waller's a really good wrestler, and he's good on the microphone. And he was really good in NXT. So yeah, I could definitely see them wanting to push him. So they had Edge come out. Edge is back because where the fuck Edge been at, right? So Edge is there, talks about the crowd, tells them, hey, me in New York, yo, we go back. I used to walk SummerSlam '98, and I remember that SummerSlam where you walk through Hell's Gate, right down that little Madison Square Garden walkway. And when Edge pointed that out, I was just like, damn, I missed that walkway. Like, now, at first, I missed it when the show first came on, but now you pointing it out, I really miss it now. I really, and you just see this little black sheet over. I was like, oh, come on, man, bring that back. Bring that. I don't know if it's completely closed out or whatnot, but like, bring that back. But what Waller was like, well, he's here because Edge's biggest announcement is that he's going to retire, and he says, "Well, last time you're going to ever see Edge in Madison Square Garden," and then he starts to clap, and Edge looks at him and says, Edge tells him, he said, "You standing eye to eye with John Cena in London." Less than a week later, he's standing eye to eye with the Radar Superstar. Someone somewhere sees something in him, but he has not had a match on SmackDown. But he's in deep waters. You want to sink or swim? So Edge isn't retiring, but he challenges Grayson. He said, "I'm scheduled to have a match tonight, believe it or not," and he's going to be against Grayson Waller later on the night. And Grayson looks kind of frightened by it. So we get the match. I know the retirement's coming. Edge talked about the retirement. I know he wants to retire in Canada. I really think this is going to be Edge's like last full year performing. Yeah, just to get the matches out that he wanted to, and go off with bang. I say he has some pretty good ones: Roman, AJ, Balor, Orton. So yeah.
I still don't think he should have won that Finn Balor one.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially after he come back. He ain't been there. Yeah, I think definitely Finn should have. Finn could have benefited, especially when he going up against Seth for the World Heavyweight Championship. He could have benefited from that. And I still think that was a decision that I'm still not happy with about when it came to WrestleMania. AJ Styles with Mia Yim, Aces, going up against Karrion Kross and Scarlett, because let me tell you how I care nothing about Karrion Kross anymore.
They completely. I feel so bad for this guy. Gave him a noose finisher, then he gets squashed. Like, doesn't even get the full entrance.
Now,
they are. Oh my god.
Yeah, and like I say, you just sometimes you just never know who's in. And also, it could have been cut for time also because we had the Bloodline going 40 fucking minutes also. So do keep that in mind on a 2-hour show. They almost went they went 3/4 of an hour. Okay, and we still only got 1 more hour left to go. So we gotta kind of cramp this kind of stuff in there. So it was alright, but AJ hits a phenomenal forearm on Karrion Kross and wins the matchup. Like, Kross is not a threat anymore. And I was like, he ain't been a threat since he came in there and beat Drew McIntyre. Here's the thing. Even when Karrion Kross was in NXT, before Vince messed him up and he left and came back, the thing about Karrion, I was never a big fan of Karrion Kross in ring work. I remember him when he was Killer Kross in Impact Wrestling. And I wasn't a big fan of him then. In ring wise, I like the character. He has a look. He has a decent enough character, but his in ring stuff never really excited me. He's the kind of guy that he needs a good dance partner, you know, to have a decent match. And I'm not saying he can't have a decent match with AJ Styles, but I was like, you know,
they're meaningless.
It's a 2-minute match. It wasn't going to do anything, and they're not doing anything with Karrion Kross right now. I'm just like, do something with him before you let him sneak back out the door.
Right.
Asuka comes out to the ring, and no one's ready for Asuka. Bianca Belair comes down. She runs down to the ring, and it was just like, "Hey, we ain't got that much time left."
Good.
Yeah. Oh, sis, I'm telling you. Bianca comes down.
Tues, man, we just got scrapped. Man,
yeah. Who you telling, bro? Who are you telling? We
just got to scrap at this point.
I can count on my hands right now. The women WWE should be scared of me. But anyway, Bianca Belair runs down and she starts fighting Asuka. Then here comes Charlotte music hit. She comes down there to the ring and then runs down and then now everybody's fighting. Meanwhile, Asuka's in the ring, double baseball slides, and she climbs the top rope, and then here comes Io. Io Sky comes and hits her with the briefcase. And Bayley is there and gives her the rose plant. She gives her the moonsault. And she about to cash it in, but then Bianca like, nah, sis, we ain't doing that. Starts attacking Bayley and Io as she about to go cash it in, and Asuka gets away with Flair standing in the ring. So it was almost a cash in, and the fans was going nuts for it, and they teased it. Io Sky, out of the two that won between Io Sky and Damian Priest, to me, Io Sky is going to be the one that's not going to hold it for that long. She's going to cash in quicker, sooner rather than later.
I think so too.
Yeah.
My thing is though, like, I really, I'm scared that
Uh-oh.
she's going to be the first. Because has a woman failed to cash in?
Oh, you know what? Oh, God, I gotta think back.
I feel like Bailey is going to screw that up, and I really don't want that to happen.
I really don't want it to either.
Because I actually think she can be the next champion.
I really wanted Io versus Asuka, but I can automatically tell at SummerSlam it's Asuka, Bianca, and Charlotte. Will that be a phenomenal match? Absolutely.
So here's my thing.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that if Io cashes in and takes the title.
Yeah.
I just don't want Io to be the first person to fail. Because it's like, it's no way Io fails, but Nikki Cross in that stupid gimmick doesn't, like, succeeds. There's no way. So it's just like, bro, like, but please pull the trigger and let Io hold that title. Like,
I'm thinking at SummerSlam it's a triple threat. I'm thinking Asuka wins at SummerSlam. Io cashes in on Asuka, obviously, and she wins and it's just of Io and Asuka. Or what they could do is have Charlotte win, and that will automatically bring heat because nobody wants to see Charlotte pad her stats. Io comes and cashes in on Charlotte and wins because remember, everybody cashes in on Charlotte from Carmella to Nikki Cross. Everybody has been cashing in on Charlotte, so you can do that, and then you can cash in, and then she can get the real babyface pop because she beat Charlotte. But then does that set up Io and Charlotte, which I don't want to see, because I think Charlotte and Bianca need to be on this trajectory going forward, and it may be Io and Asuka thing. I really want to see Io and Asuka go at it. That's how I really want to see go at it. Next up, Edge taking on Grayson Waller in the matchup. Grayson, like I said, Grayson is really good at what he does. I'm a fan of Grayson Waller from NXT. Edge, still, is Edge and everything. It had a pretty decent matchup. Towards the end, Grayson Waller goes. He has a finish move where he rolls to the bottom rope and hits the stunner, and I think it looks pretty cool, especially when I do it on 2K. But he rolled in the ring, and then Edge caught him with a spear. He caught a spear. Still, Edge has the worst spear in wrestling, but neither here nor there. Grayson Waller loses the matchup. After the matchup, though, Edge grabs the microphone and he says, "Hey Waller, you swam," and drops the microphone. That little bit right there helps put that guy over.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, the man, Cena, Edge, and it was somebody else. Like, the man they putting him in there with Hall of Famers or legends, like, out the rip.
Yeah. It was you know what this reminded me of? Remember in NXT when it was Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream? Ooh, them names. Mm-hmm. And at the end, when Aleister Black beat Velveteen Dream, and he sat down next to him, and the whole story was for him to get Aleister Black to say his name or to acknowledge Velveteen Dream. Mm-hmm. And at the end, he acknowledged him, and that right there sent Velveteen Dream into the stratosphere. He fucked that whole thing up, but he fucked that whole thing up. But it got Velveteen Dream over, okay? And I was just like, yeah, that's what this felt like to me. Now we got reports that Jey Uso is back from the hospital because Jimmy was there, and Roman was like, well, if he's looking for me, he ain't got far to look because I'm gonna be in the ring. So Roman's out there, Soul's out there, Ham's out there at the end, and when we look up,
coming down Shield style.
Yeah, he coming through the crowd. Should have came through the little Madison Square Garden doors, but he came down. And yeah, I'm gonna down that hill. It's all right because that's what it should have been. Yeah, he comes down. Shows he goes and he takes out Solo. He goes and so super kick Roman. Roman rolls out the ring. And Jey hits Solo with steel chair multiple times. Then he grabs the Universal Championship in the microphone. He says he won't do that to Jimmy. you keep talking to the tribal chief, but I am the judge, jury, and executioner. And now he has to get Roman. And he said, Jay said, I don't care about these brothers. I don't care about the wise men. I care about them. He wants Roman Reigns one-on-one one more time.
Mm-hmm.
And because we seen the Roman and Jay stuff in 2020, especially when he even did the Hell in a Cell match. And that's how SmackDown goes off the end. Jay is over. And
you know what's crazy though? The loudest pop wasn't even on TV. It was LA Knight.
Tell me about it. It ain't even put him on TV. What the hell? I thought some said it's gonna be real good. I thought SmackDown was a pretty good show tonight. I give it a thumbs up. And there is a big possibility that Jay can win this championship.
See,
I'm listening.
I don't know, man.
So here's my theory. Cody still talks about finishing the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
We already know Cody's about to get Brock for the third time at SummerSlam. But after Brock, he should be done with everything else, right?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I do feel as though that...
But they're still saying... Cody and Roman is going down in Philly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. But see, also they just gave that pinfall. First of all, it's a possibility to CJ, but as I think about it, there's no way in hell Vince or Triple H is having Roman Reigns get pinned back to back. Not happening. Not happening. Jay going to give a great match. They're going to have a great match like they do. But I do see Roman Reigns retaining at SummerSlam. I do believe that the one to get the belt off Roman is Cody, because that's Cody's story. He got to finish his story. That's the belt. The belt that he wants is the belt that his dad never won. It ain't what Rollins got on. It's what Roman has on. Yeah. Then after, like you said, when Roman drops that belt, then that's when I think Jey Uso gets his win over Roman Reigns. And then that's when the whole bloodline
Roman goes. Yeah.
I see that happen. Like, Roman gonna beat Jay. Okay. Then we're gonna probably get the fallout between him and Solo. Then that's when Cody comes back into the picture. And then right now we're gonna be towards the end of the year, going into WrestleMania season at the Royal Rumble. I don't see Cody winning back-to-back Rumbles, but I do see Cody winning Elimination Chamber to get Roman. While Roman's by himself, by that time Roman has lost Solo, he has lost the Usos. I do think at WrestleMania in Philly, Usos, they gonna help Cody any kind of way they can to get that belt off Roman. Once that belt's off of Roman, and he lost everything, it now reignites a situation for Roman to be pissed off at Jay or the Usos or anything else. Then that's when Jay comes back. I don't know if they're going to do it at Backlash. I don't know if they're going to wait till next year's SummerSlam. I don't know if they're going to wait till Money in the Bank, but that's when Jay finally gets his win back on Roman Reigns, and Roman disappears for a while. And the bloodline is done, and that will be the finish to the story, the whole story. That's why I think it's probably going to go down. So, but you guys can post any comments down below what you think is going to go down. Hit the like button if you guys enjoy our review. Hit the subscribe button for more right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NC in a place to be. Joe Trey Mercedes and the man, the myth, the reality, revolutionary bloodline member, Freshman Flo.
All right, y'all be good.
And the Nerd Coalition is out.